Boom, 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 here I come. Boom, 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 here I come. Kaboom's the name, I blow it apart. Brick by brick, I'm a work of art. Lego Odyssey, it's my domain. Crazy builds from a crazy brain. A Smoochie's face still haunts my dreams. Lost my buddy, but I got my team. Forget what I'm doing, happens a lot, but the squad's got my back. That's all I've got. Boom, 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 here I come. Watch your builds, I'll leave you stunned. Kaboom's in town, don't assume. Lego world, here comes the boom. Boom, 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 here I come. Boom, 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 here I come. Stack it high, then I take it low. Spinning bricks in a wild tornado. Colors clash, yeah, my style's absurd. Forget the rules, I've never heard. Smoochie's laugh still echoes loud. In my chaos, I make him proud. I'm a mess, but they keep me sane. Kaboom's a storm you can't contain. Boom, 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 boom. Here I come. Watch your builds, I'll leave you stunned. Kaboom's in town, don't assume. Lego world, here comes the boom. Boom, 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 here I come. Boom, 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 here I come. Boom, 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 here I come. Boom, 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 here I come.
Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is it going? How's everybody doing today? Welcome in. Let's make sure all the audio is working. I do not know why. I literally log out and then I log in the next day, and for some reason my audio settings, like for Fortnite, just don't come through. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. But welcome in. I got some fun stuff for us to do today. And there's some things I want to talk to you guys about. So, number one, first of all, good morning. Let me say hi to everybody who's in the chat. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Okay, there we go, there we go. Muddy Girl, good morning. Glamac K, welcome in, welcome in. Johnny 6549, Wookie, Dave Skurs, Jamesy Dodgers, Miranda, Bram Ritter. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Devil Dog, Jittle Beast, man. I'm still laughing. I'm still laughing at some of the stuff you were saying. Oh my gosh, dude, you are hilarious. I'm here. I'm on the screen. It's my face. It's my face. It's my hands. I can do hand gestures now. I can go, ah! I can do that. I can do the thing. Okay, I can do the thing. Let me know, guys. Type in chat before Mattrel gets here. Type in chat, potato or face. Potato or face. The potato is fun. The playing around with the Snapchat lenses and stuff are fun. I'm not gonna lie, it is a lot of fun. There's also like this sense of like you go into a character, and I wasn't much of the potato character yesterday. I was more of myself just with the potato face on. But this is also cool. You guys can see my expression, especially when I'm doing like scary games and stuff, and I'm like, ah, and I'm like screaming and freaking out. I think that's important too. So I don't think I'll ever be 100% VTuber, but I think I'll do face with potato times. Yeah, Margie, I think Buddy Girl face. Power Pansy, welcome in. Haskins, welcome in. Both one day and do face on the other, do potato. Yeah, switch back and forth. MJ Dickerson face. Yeah. So Kaboom's back. Yeah, Kaboom's back. Kaboom's back. Guess who's back? Back again. Guess who? Okay. All right. Sorry. Because I created the monster, the potato monster. Okay. So today we're gonna be looking at dragons. So something happened a while back, and I'm gonna show you guys. I got permission from Haskins to share this with you guys. Now, Haskins, hold on. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Now the audio is a little on the low side. I grabbed this off of YouTube and put it into my software, and I wanted to I wanted to um oh, I removed that. Oops. Hold on a second. Okay. So I wanted to look at what happened. I did not understand what was happening. We have answers. So first of all, I want to give a shout out to Haskins for allowing me to use this footage and for just being an awesome Dragon Slayer. And I saw Epic Bricks also get one-shotted. And almost, I think, right before Haskins went live, I think I was watching Epic Bricks earlier, and he got one-shotted. And so that led me to wanting to figure out what the heck was happening. You guys were watching the stream when it happened? Yeah. So I was like, what is going on here? Like, I had just got done doing testing with pumpkin pies and sturdy potion. And I was like, did they change the attack? And then I was like, anyways, the brain started processing. And so I jumped in and started testing. Epic Bricks actually started testing. And a big shout out to Epic Bricks. Can we get a shout out to both those guys in the purple? One of the mods could throw links to both Haskins and Epic Bricks. You guys probably already follow them, but just in case you don't, you should go do that. And go give them a follow. Great streamers. Epic Bricks messaged me on Discord, and I was wanting to soundboard with him on the numbers. And the interesting thing is, we both had come up with the same results, so those were verified, which we'll get into those here in a second. Some more of the results. Second, we both have not found Thunderfang, which I thought was very interesting. I don't know if Thunderfang got pulled out of the name, because I remember running into a Thunderfang one time, but I wasn't recording and I wasn't doing any testing. I think I just ran for it, actually. So thank you, Dave Skers. I appreciate that. In a couple more minutes, I think it's like a 2-minute cooldown. Epic Bricks will be a shout out. If you're on the red and white, both the links to their channels are in the description down below. Go give them a follow. I think it's funny when I point with this finger, because I realize that part of it's missing. And I'm pointing down just like my finger was still there. Anyways, here, let me point with this one with my whole finger. They deserve the whole, they deserve a full point. There you go. Go down to the description. Give them follows. And and the thing, let me just say a couple things real quick. Also, I love the way Epic Bricks mind works with like the distance on weapons, the amount of damage, durability, DPS, chess. His mind is very I don't even know what word I want to use. He's very detailed in the way he works through things, right? And I love that, actually. I love that. There's Joker Plays is also somebody that comes to mind. I wish, I'll be honest with everybody, this dragon testing stuff was fun. The durability stuff was fun. Souls, welcome in. The Mad Puck, welcome in. Oh, thank you, Mad Puck, for getting that Epic Bricks that shout out. I appreciate that, my friend. They're both cool. They're both goats. I agree, Bram. Okay, so what was I saying? I'm sorry. I read chat and I got distracted. I should stop doing that. I'm trying to learn not to read chat and go back to chat so I can be more focused on the thought process and get actually through the story completely and say what I needed to say. So let me go and play this. So anyways, I really respect Haskins' ability to build and his ability to fight. And I really respect the scientific mind of Epic Bricks. Just saying nice things about people. You know what? I don't even want to go off on a tangent here. But I'm just gonna say, if I can give you one hint in life, just one hint, it's this. Anyone can focus on the negative. It takes a different type of mindset to focus on the positives, right? I don't know what it is about our minds, man, but we can just go through and we can just make lists in in our brains of like just all the negative things that, and I don't know if it's social media. I mean, maybe it's just been that way through history, but if you could just, when you meet somebody, find something that person does well and put that as your first thought. You get what I mean, right? Like when you think of that person, have that be the thing you think about. And you'll be surprised at how the mental change and you'll actually find yourself happy. And you might, I mean, and I'm saying this from experience because I used to be a very negative person, especially in my youth when I thought I knew everything and I was just full of pride and very arrogant. I was a very arrogant person. Life kind of kicks you in the gut and punches you around a little bit, and you get humbled. So yeah. So this was actually a technique. I think it was from. Oh my gosh, what was the book? Oh, I'll have to look it up. But it's basically a book about your attitude and how your attitude affects your day, your life, and how you look at things. Anyways, I'm just gonna throw that out there. So I know biologically we search for danger, so we focus on that. You know, Bukity that might be, yeah. I could see that, like a survival instinct. That could be very true. I missed the Spud. Bad Turtle, how's it going? How's it going, my friend? How you doing? Welcome in. Just for you. Just for a second. Okay, just for a second. Just for a second. There it is, Bad Turtle. Yeah, there you go, sir. There's the Spud fix. There's the Spud fix. All right, now let's get this off of here. All right. Oh, there we go. We're back. All right, we're back. That was for you, my friend. All right. Let me, oh gosh. I just crashed my stream. Joker Plays, how's it going? Welcome in. All right, anyway, so let's watch this. The volume's a little low, I apologize. So Haskins was fighting this dragon. He had fought one earlier that morning and had defeated it. Now, I just want to point something out here. He's not been touched to this point. And he's almost got this dragon down a third of its health, which is pretty amazing. Because for me, usually I get hit by a fireball about 5 seconds into the battle, and then I end up dying. Now, this is where I first started thinking that maybe he had taken some damage here. And so I slowed this down and was like looking for some effect on Haskins's character. But the more I was watching this, look at that. A third of the way it hasn't been touched. And then here, first of all, the tracking on the fireballs, the AI on the fireballs is crazy. Just for a second, Mad Puck. Just for a second. Belena, how's it going? Welcome in. How you doing, Souls? King David, welcome in, everybody. So everybody was surprised. I was surprised. I'm like, we need to test it. And so I jumped into a world. I'm going to show you guys some of my tests here next.
What?
But yeah, what?
When did they switch?
I mean, this was like,
he straight one-shot me with the fireball.
I felt so bad. For him. Okay, here we go. Here's my dragon attack. Okay, let's pause this real quick. Okay, so a couple things real quick that I just want to point out. Number one, if you're in a expert world, always have your totem on. Okay, always have your totem on. But number two, I've seen some people lose their worlds, and they've even posted about it over on Reddit, and they said, how did this not get, like, I was just walking around, I went to fight a dragon, and it has a name, and the next thing I know, I'm dead. You know, like, good thing I was, I had a totem on. And so I am gonna say something. I'm gonna try to say it as respectfully as possible. I read the patch notes. The patch notes were not put out very well. There were names that were I don't know if it was translated into English, and that was the problem. Like, it was written in another language and then translated over. They were very difficult to understand. I had to read them like 4 or 5 times. They used the word Bell Demon instead of Lost Masters, which was confusing. I spent like half an hour going through the codex looking for a bell demon and thought maybe I missed it or something. And then I was like, wait a minute, is the new dragon a bell demon? Because there's no mention of the new dragon in the patch notes. And it was frustrating, I should say. It was just frustrating overall. I feel like it was just very frustrating because I feel like something like, hey, we have a new dragon that hits harder, stronger, faster, more aggressive, and will kill you if you are not good at fighting dragons. In an expert world, I feel like there should have been an announcement or at least a line in the patch notes of, you know, like added name dragons. I don't get it. Then there was like the Lost Masters coming through portals, and there was no patch notes on that at all either. So it was like, what the heck is going on here, right? Us, man. Welcome in. So again, if they put out anything on an update like they did with the recycler, I would love to see them address the weapons. I'm getting a lot of comments about the ice storm not working and doing what it's supposed to do. Stuff like that, right? So what I'm asking the community to do is if they put anything out like that, just thank them. Be like, hey, thank you for the news. Thank you for the information. I really appreciate it. I literally forgot to fill my water up before I sat down. Oh my gosh. Stuff like that, because I feel like that would encourage them to do more stuff like that. And I really, as a content creator, it helps me out. As a community, it helps the community out. And as players, having that information, I think, is very important, right? So we put videos out. Like I got my color video out that it's been fixed, right? So now I got to ask myself, what do I do with that video? Do I pull down? Or do I wait for the next update where the colors are messed up again or something like that happens again? And then that's like maybe a key or a trick for somebody to use to get the colors on their stuff. Already did on Twitter. What happened on Twitter? Did they just put something out on Twitter? They did on Twitter. Austin, let me know what they did on Twitter, please. I just looked. I didn't see anything. Might have been something to do with the coffee break. Gotcha. Thank you. Perfect. Great, Austin. Appreciate that. Gladiator RT, Matt, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. I got a bunch of subs I needed to thank also. But okay, so what was I? Oh, let's go ahead and watch this. So this led to a bunch of testing. I think Margie Ellsworth sent me the. Matt Troll says, by the way, there's a bug with the colors. I play on PS and it won't let you move to select anything. So the trick is to select the number that's highlighted. Then it allows you to select what the symbol you want. Okay, good news or good information, Matt Troll. Appreciate that. Lego Ready, how's it going? Welcome in. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this. The volume on this should be a little bit louder. Hopefully not too loud. Now that I'm not a potato, I gotta cover the camera to wipe my nose. All right, so this is, okay, so let me explain the testing here. I've got an overshield. I made these a little bit bigger so you guys can see it. I've got this overshield of 500, and then I've got my health bar. I wanted to know, right, like, is there someone hitting harder than the other dragon? So I jumped in. This was like, I think during Haskins' live stream, or maybe the next day. I can't remember. Joker Plays and Matt Puck, shout out to them. They both have been helping me with some testing too. I think this was like, I forget. It was right after so I jumped in and I get the overshield and I'm just wanting to get hit with one fireball, right? And I'm gonna try to pause it so you guys can see, because there's nothing else to talk about here. Right. Look at that master maneuver. There we go, bam. All right, so if you look right here, I'm at 675, but if you look at my player, I also have the elemental effect. So I think with the new dragons, you get this elemental effect pretty quickly. So if I had not had the overshield on, I would be down to 175 health. This is Dust Drake, by the way, in case you guys are wondering. So Dust Drake's fireball attack does 1,045 damage. And then you have this elemental damage that happens afterwards. So watch my health just drain. Look at it. Look at it. I think Joker said it was like 20 something. I didn't do the math, but you're draining pretty fast. If you think about that, if you get hit, you have 175 health, and then you start ticking off 20, 25 HP a second. You're, what do you got? How many seconds you got there before you Joker 25. Yeah, thank you. Joker plays 25 seconds per elemental burn. So you think about that, you got what, 3 plus 4, you got 7 seconds to get health, which is, a pretty long amount of time. But that isn't even the problem. The problem is if you get shot at by a rock creature, or a roller hits you, well, same thing, or a wolf comes up and bites you, or a ninja jumps out of nowhere and smacks you around, right? Or if you get hit again by the next fireball, then you're just So you're still, even if you have the overshield and you get down to 675, you're still 2-shot. Anyway, you look, there is so far is not a way to not be more than 2-shot for my testing, right? Eat a pumpkin pie, put your overshield on. You're basically, you get hit, you better get the heck out of the way and build everything back up. So, I mean, unless you're just, good enough to be out in the open, which some people are, so I don't know. I've been wrestling with the next challenge, honestly. The next challenge to do. All right, so this is Tectonion, and Tectonion's jumping around, and I'm just getting out of the range so he shoots the fireball. For some reason they love flying at me. Getting good at dodging that a little bit. And then here's the fireball. Bam. So here I didn't have the overshield on, and you can see I got down to 175. So the attack for Tectone. Oh my gosh. Am I even saying it close? Tectona? I kind of like Tectone, honestly. 1,045. The only thing that helps if you find an armor buff statue and it almost halves the damage. That actually is a really good suggestion. I was thinking that and the health. Thank you, Matt Troll, for sharing that. Yeah. If you find one of those armor, one of those little buff things, that might be the only way. You can block fireballs with nunchuck defense. Okay, cool. We'll have to play around with that a little bit. So if you're just swinging your nunchucks, it'll block the fireballs. That's good to know. Okay, so we see from this, this dragon also does 1,045 damage. We'll go ahead and go into this next dragon here. Man, I can't believe I forgot to fill my water up. Terramon. Now, Terramon's the one I did all my testing on originally. I got the overshield on for this test. Oh yeah, I took the damage. I think I gotta get away here. Did I not upload? Wait a minute. No, I did. There it is. What am I thinking? There it is. Yeah. Sorry, it happens. It happened so fast. Okay, so yeah, so here's the fireball. And as you can see, there it is. 675 with the overshield. Again, the damage for Terramon is 1,045. And I don't know why they did this, right? So I don't understand. This is gravel scale. This is the infamous gravel scale that one-shotted everybody. And I have my overshield on for this exact purpose, right? Is to see what the damage is with the overshield on and the so I can do the calculations, right? Because if it's gonna one-shot me and I don't have anything extra on, right, then it's game over. And bam, 445. So this did a damage of 1,275 hit points. So the issue with this is that is 220 or 1220 with the pumpkin pie, and that means you're dead. You're gone. You're gone. D Lee, how's it going? Divine, welcome in. Welcome in. How's it going? I think some dragons are buffed based on what they're now. So yeah, so the gravel scale is the one that has the buff. The other three all seem to be the same. Gravel scale is the one who is hitting, but they're doing the one shots, right? So if you're going up against a gravel scale, I'm definitely going to recommend the overshield, right? And then you're going to get yourself in a little bit of situation, because if you do get hit, you got, not only do you have to get away and drink up, you also have to give your overshield time where you're taking 0 damage and for that shield regen to kick in. And then once that shield gen kicks in, then you're good to go. And you can, go back and do the attack. But if you get hit by anything, you've got to get away and get that shield back up quickly. All right. Snap. Turn this off. Okay. So here we are. We're going to go ahead and load into the game. And I don't know how long this is. I'm not sure how long. Well, oh my gosh. Yeah. 2 legendaries. So, Austin, you bring up an actually really good point too. If you are going to fight dragons, I'm going to highly recommend that you find the weaker dragons, the no-name dragons, and go fight those, and go fight Lost Masters. Get legendary oils from those 2 sorts, level 8 chaos events. Go get your legendary oil. Go build your charms, right? Off of the weaker dragon, not the upper level dragons, right? And then once you've gotten those legendary charms, which actually has brought me into another discussion that I've heard people having, and I think it's a really good discussion to have. And I would really love to know if we're going to get a better totem of return that gives us more health. Okay, this gives us 80 health. If you look at the totems of return, this one gives you no health. This one gives you 40 health. Then this one doubles to 80 health. So would the next one give you 120? Would the epic give you 120? Or would they double it and go to 160, right? So if you had 160 added onto your health, you are... Well, hold on, let me think it real quick. So let me actually do the math, because I already know that it is important, and I want to be more thorough in my testing, right? So if they added let's see, minus 80, if they added 40 more health, that would put you at 1260. That would not make you any better off with just a pumpkin pie against gravel scale, right? Gravel scale, you're still gonna get one-shotted. If they gave you 100, if they gave you, let's see, plus 80 more health, 1300. So if they took that rare epic, that rare totem of return, and doubled the health on it So if you want like 40, 80, 160, that would, the only issue there is that the legendary one would be 320 if you followed that formula, which I actually think it would be a good thing. Make the legendary totem of return need to have a dragon scale to be crafted, and then you have the legendary oil, and then you have the unknown. Like, it can be expensive, right? But then anyway, so that would make you two-shot normally against gravel scale, right? And then if you added, let's see here, 320 minus 80, 240, and we had what, 675? Yeah, you would still be two-shot. You'd still be two-shot. Hey engineer, how's it going? Welcome in. Hi everyone, remember to smile. Oh yeah, most definitely. Some really good scientific research around that. We need a 320 legendary totem made from a dragon scale. LOL. A total return, Joker. What are your thoughts, Joker? Do you think that or no? Is that funny or is that? Oh, who's backpack? Oh, this is Joker's, I think. What do you guys think of that? Be a lot cooler if they did. I understand, but it shouldn't be like. Wait, hold on. Imagine if you had legendary. Divine. Yo, thank you, Divine. I appreciate that. Yeah, I worked hard on putting this stuff together. Again, shout out to Joker Plays and the Mad Puck 66. They helped me film that one video, and then Joker's actually jumped in and spent like I don't know, half an hour with me shooting me with a crossbow. Now, I don't know why he was laughing and having so much fun doing it, but he really enjoyed shooting me with with a crossbow. And what we were testing is we were testing the health bar percentage on the screen versus your true health. And so what, in my mind, I was thinking, like, if you drink a potion and you're really low on health, it shows a full health bar, but maybe really in the code your health is only like 3/4 of the way filled up. And we tested it and I was incorrect, right? That's what hypotheses are. Yeah, I had one and it was proven wrong, which is awesome because that's called science. So as a scientist, you're okay with getting proved wrong because that's still knowledge. And then that knowledge can lead to more advancements and actually getting it right. So yes, yeah. So I hope, yeah. So again, I keep saying shout outs to those guys, but seriously, couldn't do what I do without them. And I really am thankful for them a lot, and the Craftopia community and everybody else involved in everything. All right, let's go over here. We got a totem on. All right, we got a totem on. We need to get our health up. I have not. Have you fought a Thunderfang? Have you fought Thunderfang? Has anybody fought? Has anybody fought Thunderfang and lived to tell the tale of the pirates? Has anybody? Oh, I'm gonna have a short coming out after this. I'm gonna edit. I'm gonna release a short on all this information. It'll be a little bit of a dumbed down version, and then there'll be another short, probably clipped from this. Oh gosh. I'm kind of hoping we find Thunderfang. I'd really like to test Thunderfang. All right, let's go. And if anybody does find Thunderfang, let me know. I know I keep saying this, but new players don't stand a chance. Shansfeld, how's it going? Don't know what to do with the skills at the moment. Oh, Shansfeld, hi. I think it would be nice to be able to use dragon skulls to craft legendary relics and totems of return. Yeah, thank you. All charms were updated for Ninjago except the totem return. That is why we need updated to those two. Yeah, 100%. Oh, you guys did? You found a thunder? Okay, if anybody finds a Thunderfang, can you do me a favor? Eat a pumpkin pie, get an overshield. Well, I don't know. Maybe we find one here. I have no clue who this is, and I don't have a full health bar. Well, I'm a silly goose. That's fine. We're gonna go to my favorite place to hide. Oh, look, I'm invisible. I am a ninja. Look. I'm an invisible ninja. Oh my gosh, he can still see me though. Can he still see me? What's your name? Say your name, say your name. When Chad is around you, Dragon I found you. Why you playing games? Say your name, say your... Ah! Not the dragon I'm looking for. Ouch. Peace out. Terama. There it is, Terama. Trying to remember that. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Oh, lady. Hey, lady. Did I say hi? Good morning, lady. How you doing? Welcome in. How are you doing? All right. Back to the lobby. Back to the lobby. All right. Return. There we go. All right. Oh, big shout out to Egg, Kyle, and Menu for the subscriptions over at Red and White. Thanks so much. Oh my gosh. Thank you, souls. Hold on. My gosh. There it is. I can't believe I didn't have a KNU University logo made by Wookie. Wookie streams over on the Purple app doing drawings. If you are into drawing and you enjoy drawing, highly recommend his stream. He's I think he's taking suggestions from people and doing stuff like that. Now, so I think you can even like ask him to draw stuff. So highly recommend doing that. Oh, there's a shout out to him. Thank you so much. Serto, how you doing? Welcome in. How you been doing? I saw you I saw you hanging out with Llama and Wolf and Till Squid. It was great to see him streaming again. I will only try the launch factory. So Osman brings up a good question. I didn't mean to move on from that so quickly. Yeah, I didn't mean to move on from that so quickly, but yeah, as a new player, right? Like we've all been here. For a minute. I mean, everyone here. There's some new faces. Let me ask this question, chat. If you do this. If you were here close to day one, let's say if you've been here over a year playing the game, type 1 in the chat. If you are less than a year, type 2 in the chat. I'm just curious. I'm willing to bet that most everybody is a 1 in this chat. I would say maybe there's 1 Queen's Door. Okay, I'm gonna check all those out. Yeah. Just great. It's the Okay, nice. I don't even have my what kind of maniac am I? All right. Back to the monastery. Teleport. On day 0. Do I need to answer? Everyone must answer. Yeah. Oh, XO Pip coming in with a 2. Very nice. XO Pip, what brought you into the game? I'm really curious now. What is it? Okay, Boo Kitty 1, Queen's Horse 1, Power Pansy 1, Miranda 1, Dealee 1, James Dodger 1, Bram Ritter 1, Divine 1, Lady Light 1, King David 1, Valena 1, Dude Rap 1, Serto 1, Souls 1, Opsman 1, Lady 1, Lady Bats 1, Muddy Girl 1, Dave Skurs 1, Shadsfield 1, Maddie 1. Oh my gosh, Distracted Nam 0. What's 0 mean? Have you not played the game at all? Haskins 1, Devil Dog 1. Yeah, okay. Should we type 0? What? 0 for day 0? Is that XO Pip says I just seen it and said oh Lego, oh my, I'm gonna check that out. Oh, awesome. Okay, here's another question for you. So you came in a year ago at the Storm King day 0. Should I have done 0? Maybe I should have done 0. Maybe I should have done 0. That's actually probably another 0's in the chat if you're day 0. I almost feel like day Z, right? Like day Z, oh gosh, the zombie game. Oh, guys, what am I doing, chat? What am I doing, chat? I can't, chat. Okay. I need to lock in before I lose. Oh my gosh, Days Girls started day one. Yeah. One was for people who played the game longer than a year or more than a year ago, and then if it's between a year and now, 2, and then I guess day 0. I mean, I'm a day 0. I remember seeing Mud Turtle is fired. Mud Turtle. That's the number you type if you want my mods to time you out. And I'm guilty of it too. They wish they could time me out. They're like, please stop. Can you please stop? Please. I put 6. Okay, I did not mean to do this. I swear I did not mean to do this, but I just took all my unknowable energy and I threw it into my hotbar and I hovered over it so it like highlighted, and I took the screenshot and I threw it onto my.
Not like this.
I threw it.
Not like this.
I threw it onto my thumbnail, and guess what the number was of unknowable energy? Yeah, 67. 67, and I was like, oh my gosh. People are going to look at that and be like, oh my gosh. You have 6-7 every day in your life. I just think it's funny. I think it's for the intellectual in-group psyche that goes along with it. I find it very entertaining, personally. Oh, I was supposed to feed a golem. That's why I don't have. That's why. Oh. Okay. All right. That kind of makes sense now. That kind of makes sense now. All right. I want that scroll. Okay. Back to the mountain. Let's drink our drink. We got plenty of pumpkin pies. All right. Not funny hearing it every day in lessons, right? Queens North. Yeah, I think every generation has its numbers, you know? I think we all have our 8, 6, 7, 5, 0. Yeah, right, jokers? My parents, that was the number, and even us as kids, right? Sort of, Bad Turtle, sort of. But I actually posted a video to the actual meaning of 6-7, and it comes out of this rap song. And if you guys are interested in it, I posted it to the mods, or well, Craftopia mods, because I kind of wanted them to know the history and to the actual 6-7. But it's a right, Boo Kitty. Yeah, there's another number. 90210. Who watched 90210? Was it Brandon and his sister? Oh my gosh, I could not stand his sister. Oh my gosh. Oh, you're bringing back memories. You're bringing the show that made us all dress like a bunch of preppy California kids. Oh my god. Michael Jordan, baby. 23. That's right. That is right. Okay, what was I doing over here? Oh, yeah, let's put this on. Boop! Right. And this should give me my overshield. I've seen every episode. I saw every episode once, right? Growing up. I think I probably saw reruns too. I think I watched it just because it was like everybody was talking about it. You guys remember that when this is something. Man, what road do I want to drive down? Let me finish the path down 6-7. So 6-7 is a police code. It's like 187 for like a murder or something, and a 6-7 is like a report for like a dead body has been found, and it's in a rapper song, and he says 6-7 as I hit the highway or something like that, right? And so some kid heard that and then took it and started the 6-7 thing behind the they put a meme out with a basketball player, and that's where things kind of got confusing because this basketball player got brought into it, and when you trace down the actual roots to what was happening or that saying, basically that's all it is. It's just a code, a police code, is all it is. 187 on an undercover cop. That's a song. That is not me suggesting violence towards anyone. That is literally a song. That's a song. I was thinking of lyrics from. Oh my gosh. If I get banned on Twitch for that, I am going to lose my mind. Oh my gosh. So anyways, guys, it was nice streaming. I'm not joking. I'm seriously, I heard somebody, in game, I meant in game, 187 in game. Oh my God, I'm dead. Count's gone. Am I still alive over there on purple? Reflecting. I'm not kidding. Like sometimes I kid about getting viruses and stuff. I have seen, well, Mad Puck had it today on his stream over on the dancing app. He got reported. People have been getting, if they're dual streaming on the dancing app and another app, they're getting totally shut down. Right? They're just totally getting. Scotsman, how's it going? You there, Kaboo? I hope so, Matt Turtle. I hope so. Oh my God. AI is gonna get me. Oh my gosh. Welcome in, Scotsman. How you doing today? So there's yeah, anyway, so there's a lot of numbers, right? And what the numbers are basically saying is that you're in the in group. That's why your kids hate it when you say things like aura farming, because they don't want you in the in group. You're not part of their group, right? You're not their age. You're not. They want their own, almost like clan, not in like in the Germanic barbarian sense, not in any bad sense, but like their own little group of people that is their in group, like their people, right? Which is something that people like. I'm not going to take this to another place, but it's just interesting, right? What? Liverpool, if I just get in trouble with England, is somebody watching my stream in England, and I've just got my passport revoked in England. What yeah, you know what though, 67 Chevy, yes, like that was a thing for us, right? 67 Chevy with the 350 or straight six. You're watching from England. I contacted the king. Ah! I'm in trouble now. Oh, dude. I'm going into the next program. I'm going into the witness protection program. You can't find me, coppers. You can't find me. Go ahead, go to your stores. Look for me on the shelf. You can find me there. You can arrest me there. I'm in protection. 6'4" Impala. Oh yeah. Yeah. What was it? 60-inch rims on my Impala. That's also a song before I get banned. That's just a song. That's just a song. Okay, let's turn this off. All right, I'm coming out witness protection program. Wait, hold on. You have to think some of us gamers were born. Right? That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, and true, right? Y'all so young. Wait a minute. Are you before 6'7", Jokers? The funny thing is when I give my age and the lady goes, "Is that 19?" And I'm like, "No, it's 18, lady. It's 18." Okay? Man, it was the Oregon Trail was a real pain. And I'm like, yes, it's 19. No, it's 20. I'm from the future. It's 20. And then the Boys in the Hood. Yeah, that was a movie, and that was one of my favorite. I drove in my Mustang 45 minutes to one of the only theaters that was showing that show. 7-6 then? Yeah, that's getting closer. That's getting closer. Dasters. Oh my god. Where's my dragon at? What? Why? You know what? Because of nighttime, I bet. I'm willing to bet it's nighttime. Shenanigans with the game. I'm glad I got a fresh coffee, right? So anyway, so the mental, it's interesting. You know, it is interesting. If you take your thoughts and somebody says or does something and you remove the name from what's being said, and even if you could like have what was said to you and not know who said it and then process it, you would be very surprised. You would be very surprised at how biased you are. You would be very surprised because I'm, you know, like how biased I am, right? It's just natural, right? And I think it even goes back to what was it Powder Pansy who was talking about the survival instinct? I think some of that is tied to that. Said that. Was that Boo Kitty? Somebody said about the survival instincts. I think. Am I dead? What's okay? What? There we go. I got real scared there for a second. Okay, yeah. So, I think that's even part of survival instinct. Ties into that too, right? Strength in numbers, you know, group numbers, having people who have your back, people who are willing to give you the benefit of the doubt and have your back in like a lot of different situations, which would be like in the, you know, back in the, when there, you know, we had tribes there, you know, that was very much the tribe mentality. You know, it wasn't just about, you know, and unfortunately it's that way mentally today. You know, it's not always just a like clear black and white. There's always like, well, you know, I know this person. I know he was just saying a song number. I know he wasn't calling for acts of violence on anybody. Like I know him. I know Kaboom well enough to know that that's not something he would do. Whereas somebody who didn't like me or was wanting to take something and use it against me to show me in an unfavorable light would go, oh, did you hear what he did on his stream? You know, stuff like that. Yeah, we do. Yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm. I think we do. I just think the names are a little bit different than what we were probably used to. Anyway, so that all ties into the number thing, right? So, which I just think is interesting. I'm fascinated with human psychology. If I literally could go back in time, I would want to be a psychologist. I've been reading some Immanuel Kant work lately, and I think it's just very interesting philosophy, and he had some pretty crazy stuff. All right. He also had this very interesting means versus ends, if you want to like kind of summarize him up. And basically it's like, you know, if you're using people as a means to get to an end, in his book, that's immoral. And I, you know, as a Christian, I always think, okay, how's that, you know, does that look like anything from the Christian worldview perspective? And like treat others how you'd want to be treated? And I'm like, oh, wait a second. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be used. So anyways, that's kind of my mind process, right? I love doing these little mind experiments and thoughts, right? and looking at stuff like that, because it's, I don't know, it's just fun. Like, I don't know, maybe that's just not even a question anybody asks themselves. Like, why do you do what you do? Like, is that a question anybody? Philosophy is dope. It's the golden rule for a reason. Yeah, exactly. That's why we fear public humiliation and ostracization, being kicked out because of fear of not having safety, not being safe. That's interesting. Do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. Yeah. Yeah. So I think, so anyway, I was headed to my doctor's appointment. I was listening to some videos going over basically a summary of Immanuel Kant's work, and it was very interesting, like just how he got to where he got mentally, like, and actually how a lot of his stuff is for the basis for a lot of government systems in Europe right now. So I don't know. Anyway, so I'm sorry. I drove down a long road, but anyway, 6-7 is very interesting to me, and it doesn't upset me because I understand that it's like more, there's more to it than just the number. My gosh, I had no clue I was going to be doing a stream on that today. I was supposed to be dragons, and for some reason all my dragons are hiding. This is really a university stream? No, well, that, I mean, yeah, I don't, I guess, right? Is that one of the first books you have to read when you go? I've always heard that, right? I always heard that you had to go there. Now, I heard he also had some pretty crazy thoughts too. And I'm not gonna really get into those. I just thought it was interesting, the mean versus the ends and the purpose of using. I left at 187 and we got to Kant. Yeah, well, you shouldn't have left at 187s. We were driving down a road and you jumped out of the back of the truck, and now you're trying to get in the passenger seat, and we're already 2 miles down the road. Yeah, we went from 6-7 to me getting banned in England to the police showing up in my stream wanting to be friends with me. The Liverpool PD police department wants to have a chat with me. I probably can't go to England now because of what I said. I'm sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens when Kaboom finishes the story. Yeah, you're right, actually. Yeah, and this is like Matt Trill's like, okay, I'm never typing 6-7 again for the rest. This is how I always got my kids not to think, right? It wasn't ever telling them not to do something. It was giving them the hour-and-a-half story behind like the positive and the negative. They're like, oh my gosh, I will never say that again. I will never do that. I will never run out in traffic again. He got the charts out. He's gotten the charts out. Am I getting expelled from? You've got a tardy now, dude. Rapper, you have 1 tardy. 3 tardies equals a detention. 3 detentions equals an being expelled from the KNU University. Now, no, we just appreciate you being here. Well, sort of finishes. I think I finished. I think that finished it. Expulsion. Waxhouse says you're expelled. You're out. Where are my drag? Anytime this happens, leave and log back in. Leave and log back in. I mean, you know what? This is where I always wrestle, right? Because I know there's things I could say right now that could totally be taken wrong and used like oh, blah blah blah, and oh, he's saying this and it's not even what I'm saying, and you know, I don't know. I just wrestle. It's Lego, right? It's a Lego game, but I feel like this is opening up a little bit more of like my mindset and process of thinking and stuff. So, I mean, if you're here and you don't agree with me, that's fine. I love that, actually. If you can disagree in a logical way, if that makes any, if it's just an emotional disagreement. But I actually like when people are like, oh no, have you thought of this? Or have you thought of that? So anyway, so yeah, I actually enjoy that. Okay, let me think here real quick. Did I log out? No, I didn't. Did I log out? I can't even remember if I logged out. You gonna buy a $700 Pokemon set? No. What? No. I just recently learned to think. It's almost like freedom of speech and expression is really important. Boo Kitty, it is. I think that's probably one of the most important things ever. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. And not even that, but I guess I'm even just being. I don't know. I'm still trying to think where was it in Generation X, or are we the reason? Did we stop listening to our grandparents? It was kind of like Rage Against the Machine, Fight Against the Machine. I feel like that there was, well, no. I mean, the 60s. You could even take it back to the 60s, right? But yeah, that would be interesting to see the timeline for, you know, when you know what I'd like to see is when did grandparents become less important? Because I feel like that's where a lot of the you know, I know I'm you know, and you don't really even experience it until you're an adult and you see your kids doing stuff and you're like, hey, listen, you know, I'm just gonna say that might not be the right thing to do because of my experience in life, you know. And you gotta approach it with in a very oh, there's a dragon. You gotta approach it in a very you gotta be very tactful in the way you approach it, because it like takes 1 second for your kids to be like, yeah, no, like you don't want to cement them into the position. But luckily, I mean, with my kids, I feel like who's that? Oh, Dust Drake. I want Thunderfang. I don't know. I feel like now that they're getting older, I feel like I have a lot better conversations with them. Back like when they were kids and stuff, we always raised the kids to try to think and reason and be able to understand you know, consequences and stuff like that in a loving way, where it's, you know, if you always save them from the consequences on the little things, then when the big thing happens, they're just kind of blindsided and they're like, what? I now have to live with this for the rest of my life. Whereas I feel like some of the consequences were very important for them growing up, you know. Having good reaping and sowing, I feel like is always a good thing with kids. And I don't know. That's just what I've seen, right? I've seen, you know, if you just, unfortunately, there's, you know, as working, like I worked with some kids and they were basically, oh my gosh, they had no real structure or anything like that. And it was just, you could just see at that age that you could be like, you're like, hey, don't get into the goldfish, right? And none of the other teachers were really, you know, they would just be like, stop, don't get in the goldfish. Okay, please don't do it. And they would like kind of, you know, take their hand and then put the lid on and then move the goldfish up higher. And then I walked in and I was like, don't get in the goldfish. And the kid goes over and starts to say, I said, okay, that was your warning. Don't get in the goldfish. And they'd be like, look at me. and then it was like their hand is slowly going into the goldfish, and they're like just like testing me, like I'm going to take these goldfish. There's nothing you can do about it. And I'm like, okay. And I walk over, I take the hand out of the goldfish. I go, you're sitting over to that chair over in the corner today, and during playtime you're going to color in the coloring books. You can't do playtime, because I always had like a really fun event, like pop balloons, or you know, shoot stuff in the air, or candy giveaway where we'd hide candy on our baskets and kids would get to come up, pull back. If they got the question answer right, they'd come up and pull up a basket, and there'd be like a little candy bar under it, and they would not be able to participate in it. And I'll tell you what, I tell you 100%, who wasn't sticking their hand in the goldfish the next day? It was that kid. I think that's a loving thing. I'm sorry. I think that's a loving thing. I think, you know, so, you know, when he gets behind a wheel and he's doing, you know, 90, 100 miles an hour down the highway, and in a 55 or a 65, you know, he doesn't learn consequences. That's not his first time learning about consequences. You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, let me check the chat. I'm so sorry. All right. When people began to buy the idea that every generation should be their own place, that's interesting, because I've been in other cultures where each house is a multicultural house. That all has overlap with the Ivy League and the people like boys with the famous Ultra program. What? Oh, that's interesting. Cause and effect is a thing. I always learn my mistakes. My parents tried, but I never listened. You know, you did. I think you did, though, a little bit, right? I mean, I think, I'm in that same boat. But I mean, I think it was. I think we learned a little bit, right? A lot of birds next to me flew into the window and stayed me the lesson. Oh my gosh. Adults are supposed to be friends with kids and children. They're supposed to be teaching the younger generation and holding them accountable. You know what? Actually, Queens, that is very, very true. This is how I say, oh my gosh. Okay, guys, this stream is just kind of assurance ad. How are you getting an ad? Are you still in ads? Let me know when you're out of ads. Is there a dragon? Boy, I really do hope. I heard a dragon come down. Are you guys out of ads yet? Ads are done. Thank you, Bram. Yeah, so what I always say, and this is, you know, not I did this perfectly in any way, and no parent is perfect, by the way, in case you had parents who are not perfect. No one's perfect. And that's part of the reason why, like with my own parents, right? It's like you as a parent, you start to look back and you're like, ooh, I could have done that better. Probably could have done that better too. But for my kid, you know, one of the things I always say is you want to be your kid's parent now so you can be their friend later. And I feel like that's something, and I don't know where it leaked into, but this like being a kid's friend when they're younger is, I don't get it. I couldn't exactly tell you where that philosophy came from, but that's probably the best way to wreck any chance of having your kids be your friend when they get older, right? Because well, for a lot of reasons, but anyways, for a lot of reasons. And you know, a lot of the teachers, the other teachers in the class, you know, they really had that mentality, and I was like, no, I'm here to teach them the lesson. I'm gonna be nice. I mean, the kids loved me as a teacher. There was stability in the classroom. There was kids knew that they weren't going to have, you know, little Johnny next to them rubbing boogers on them during class. They knew there was a reward. There's always something fun to do. It allowed me to do fun events. and have fun games to play with the kids, because there was like, you know, oh gosh, I need to sleep. There was a lot of, you know, there was order, I guess. You know, there was structure within the classroom. And sometimes I'd walk by some of the classroom and it would just be a bad house. I mean, the kids going crazy. And, but I will say one of the most important things is never get angry. That is a lie straight from wherever lies come from. Either in your mind or whatever, like getting angry, usually what happens is someone will try to be friends with the kid, and then they'll just keep getting more frustrated until they explode, and then that will bring in that will really damage the relationship, right? That trust bond with the kid, or your kids, like that getting angry with them will just completely destroy them. Now, I'm not saying it can't be reconciled. I've gotten angry, but you know, you got to go. There's an apology. You got to apologize. That was wrong. Stuff like that, right? To reconcile the relationship. But that is one of the other things that can really get you in trouble. Is you're like, no, I'm gonna be your best friend, and they just keep doing things like, no, Johnny, please stop sticking your hand in the goldfish. Please stop doing that. Or Johnny, please stop punching them. Or, you know, I'm trying to think of another name. I'm trying to think of another name that's not somebody in the chat, so nobody thinks I'm passive aggressively saying something. Cindy, sit down, you know, in your chair, sweetie. You know, and how does that make you feel instead of teaching? Yeah. I mean, they're the roles of teachers are asked to do so much nowadays. Teachers are, I mean, teachers need to teach. You know, you should go in, and a teacher, they should be trained at delivering the information to the child in a way that is learnable, right? Good graphs, good information, good presentation, good PowerPoint. Like, that's the teacher's job. Grade what comes in. The discipline and all that stuff, I mean, honestly, that should be like, hey, you're acting up in class, you go down. The education, the director of, I mean, I used to be like the vice principal, right? Our counselors back in our day. But I really think that should be like a counselor's position. There's so much that goes into that, right? Is the kid, okay, I don't want to say like, is something really bad happening in the kid's life that needs to be followed up on or researched, or, you know, like, is there something like that? You know, are they hungry? Did they not get any sleep? Are they just, you know, their parents didn't teach them consequences? You know, like, is it a parent issue? Is it a kid issue? There's so many. I don't even want to start listening to them. Like, there's 100 reasons why that's happening, right? And it's just too much for a teacher to be a counselor, an emotional support person, their best friend, and a teacher. Like, it's just too much. You know, it's just too much. Generation Kaboom, Moral and Philosophy 101. Queen's Night Queen, yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. Well, no, I take that. I'm not sorry. Let me think this. I'm gonna stop saying that. I hope you guys are enjoying the stream. I hope I'm not just rambling like a crazy person. This was just some, I don't know. How did we get here? 6'7"? 6'7"? Oh, you know, I think I was also talking about, you know, having good things. Maybe that was part of it too. Having good things, right? Who is preaching great message? Thank you, Devil Dog. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So, yeah, the screaming potato. I took the potato off and kaboom's here. Anyway, long story short, it's very complex. Humans are complex at the end of the day. and I can't find a dragon. I just need to find a dragon. That's all I'm looking for. I just find dragon. Thunder. Bob at Lego's gonna want, like, just spawn in Thunderfang. Just spawn in Thunderfang. The man needs to talk about Thunderfang. That's what we need right now. Wait a minute. How did I lose my... Oh, I logged out. That's what happened. That's what happened. Okay. All right, well, let's go back. Maybe we'll get it this time. This is a huge conversation, which is difficult to have in chat. Feelings are more important, but as Kaboom is saying, different adults should have different roles. Yeah, 100%. Well, because my wife's a teacher, so I'm kind of on the back end of I see a lot of the behind the scenes. And then, I did some teaching. Believe it or not, I was an English teacher overseas. But it was because I was just a native born English speaker. So I wasn't like, my job wasn't like, here's a noun and an adverb and an adjective. And, here's a run-on sentence. My job was to talk to the kids. So if you ever meet people from overseas that say, like, everything wrong and mispronounce stuff, that's my fault. I take 100% responsibility for that. From durability testing to dragon hunting with a little bit of ethics, right? Okay, so, where's the dragons at? Have I broke the game? Did I break the game? I have another location. Story. New dragons, straight up one shoot. Yeah, TJ too. Cold. That dragon's name is Gravel Scale. Gravel Scale. Gravel Scale does 1,275 points of damage. And the other ones do 1,045. 1,045 damage. So if you eat a pumpkin pie, you'll have 1220 in health, and you'll be good to go. If you have the overshield, which just popped up, you'll have an additional 500. So if you're going up against Gravel Scale, I'm going to recommend that you have that extra shield bonus on, so you're not one shot, and be very careful. Now, here is the other test that I wanted to do for everybody. I wanted to have a bunch of people come in and fight a bunch of Gravel Scale, well, any main dragon, right? And I would love to see if Gravel Scale drops more epic loot. Oh, I found the dragon, and I have nowhere to hide. Oh, there's a place to hide over there. Okay, hold on a second. Please be who I'm looking for. Does that have a name? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No, I think that's a regular dragon. The way they lead you with the shots is amazing, by the way. The way they lead you with the shots is pretty awesome. I think that's a normal dragon. Is that a normal dragon? I got a bear here. Can you fight that bear, please? Okay, yeah, I got stuck. I literally froze. I froze. That's a bummer. That is a bummer. That is not good. Yeah, they should make them look different. I agree. That's not good. I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but I rubber band there. Like I got stuck, and then I came back and I couldn't move. Not good at all. That actually kind of scares me a little bit, because I'm in an expert world. I've got plenty of totems. That's just Reggie. Is that the normal dragon's name we're calling Reggie? That's cool. I like that name, Reggie. I had a dog named Reggie. So Phoenix Evo. Now, jump pad trick. I'm not against other people using it because it's in the game. Personally, I think it takes away from a lot of the fighting aspect of the game. So just as much as I would not, just as much as I want to fight with a dragon that doesn't have any rubber banding or lagging. I also feel like the jump pad for a winged creature shouldn't work personally. Like, it has wings, right? It flies. We saw it up in the air, like 500 meters. So personally, that I don't want to take away the thrill of the fight. I was really actually looking forward to that fight until I got lag banned or whatever. So anyways, and just to be clear, if you use the jump pad thing and you're wanting to farm dragon, awesome. But also know you're taking away part of the experience of the game, and that is you're trading it for but you know what, if you want to farm dragons, and that's how you want to farm dragons, then you know, because I know some people have been doing some testing. I know some people have been doing some testing with relic drop with bounce pad. But that brings me to like kind of, excuse me, spider. That brings me actually to part of my my other question, which is, I need to log in. This guy is, that's completely normal. That's completely normal. What do you call this? Oh my God. What is happening? What is happening? What is going on? Is that dragon like in that attack? Oh, did you fill the game again? It's doing it again. I'm a little scared about this. Am I taking damage from it? Or is it just a visual glitch? This is like the master dragon here, even though it's really not. It's just a normal dragon. I want to test something here. All right, hold on. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. It is okay. Yeah. Ice Storm is broke. Ice Storm is broke. But you know, even with the bounce pad, people would say using rocks and stuff is cheesing the dragon, but I mean, you know, it's like generals have used terrain to their advantage throughout history. So, you know, it's like, again, it goes into that, are you pro jump pad? Are you anti-jump? Are you just neutral like I am? Like, you want to use it, have fun with it, but just know you're taking away part of the battle aspect of the game. And yeah, and factor that into why the game, you know, may not be like as thrilling as what it could be, right? Like this, fighting the dragon in the air, or whatever this is. I have no clue what this is, by the way. I'm literally getting, I can't see anything. Oh my gosh. Dude, chillax, man. Chillax. Yeah, see, I'm about to die. Okay. Oh my gosh. Leave me alone. You know what? I gave the mine my own set of pistols. I think that I need to go make another set of pistols. Stop shooting flames at me! It's still shooting flames! What is happening? What is happening? They should make rip. Why not use jump pads? If you're playing with someone who is a lower level, then you will challenge to be higher level because of your lower level because of them, or because of them. Yeah, Spixie uses the jump pad trick on dragon. Yeah, I think I saw her farm last night. But Spixie can take a dragon out like pretty easy. Like she's a pretty good fighter too. So, I mean, not that that matters. I mean, you could be a good. I mean, there's an argument, right? Like a bad fighter versus you know, what level that isn't even that is actually doesn't even really figure into the calculation. But yes, I saw her actually doing some dragon farming last night, right? The dynamite, yeah, the dragon wants to light the dynamite stick, right? Oh my gosh, that was probably the even more intense than the, because I couldn't see anything. That was probably more intense than fighting one of the elite dragons, because I like that red glow. I couldn't see which way what the dragon was doing. I was fighting it kind of blind. Oh my gosh. Kaboom is a bully of dragon. I'm not. Game crashed. Yeah. I knew something. I had a feeling something was up. Are the servers offline? Did I get banned? Did my account get banned? Uh-oh, something goofed. You were talking about ethics on your stream. This is Fortnite game. What do you think you are doing? Also, you cannot travel to England anymore. Your passport has been revoked. Thank you very much for your consideration to these matters. Sincerely, Epic. Oh my gosh, what just happened? Make sure to hit the like button. Yeah, hit that like button if you enjoy it. Let me know. If you hated it, hit the dislike button. If you hated it, hit the I'm cool. Let me know. Now, if you just hate me, don't hit the dislike button, okay? But if you didn't enjoy the stream, hit the dislike button, okay? All right. They got me. They got me, folks. They tracked me down. Liverpool PD called it in. Epic got a person talking about morals and ethics on their stream, and we need you to ban them immediately. Was that real? LOL. No, that was all. That was a joke. That was like just oops something. No, wait, maybe it was. Maybe it was. Matchmaking error. Are the servers down? I'm exiting. Here, this is what we'll do while I'm exiting. This is a little bit different. Oh, here, you know what? I can ask them. You know what? Here we go. Here we go. We got it, folks. We got it. Get a little taste of the potato. A little bit of taste. Just a little itty bitty taste of the potato. I got some music for us. Is that too loud? I went back and re-listened to the stream, and it was super loud. Reloading the game. I just think it's hilarious. I like, if you wanted a streamer who, for 1 minute, be talking about, you know, the deep psychological things of the human psyche, to a dancing potato playing the song "Bite or Die." You came to the right place, and that's not like y'all want to be here. This is the place for you. Now I want fry. How's the music? Too many people loading in. FN Assist just reported their issues. Okay. Hey everyone, working and lurking. Haskins, thank you for the lurk. Thank you for the lurk. Hope you're having a great day. Now I want fries for lunch. I think the stream may be. I think. Okay, let's talk about something else. You guys want to talk about something? Chris Carnage, how's it going? That's your. Right, that was a handwritten error to me. Okay, let me think real quick. Oh, chickens are running! I love when the chickens run! Come back, chicken! I tried to get him to dance. Oh, there goes one! There goes one! Not the llama you're looking for. Error report. Okay, that's fine. I had fun today. I'm not done. Don't log off yet. I'm not done. But, yeah, don't leave. I've been told not to do that. Gameplay. There we go. Okay, so let me get back to my normal self. Some people really hate the potato. Some people really hate the potato. There we go. I'm back. I'm back. Okay, so here are some thoughts. Here are some thoughts. There is a new game called Hytale that is releasing today at noon. Okay, I need you, chat. You need a dancing potato emote. Oh, dog mom. Yes, yes, I should do something like that. Yes, 30 minutes until the potato is baked. Do you know that when I worked in fast food, I was in charge of the baked potatoes, and we had like these huge racks, and it was like 45 minutes in there, right? And I never knew how much people loved baked potatoes until I had that job, and I just the whole night, just another tray, another tray, another tray, another tray, and then you would get someone who would come in and they would be like, I want a baked potato. And we're like, sir, it'd be 45 minutes. Or like, I'll wait. Yo, what? No. Okay. Anyways. I mean, we microwaved them. Don't tell them. Shh. We microwaved them. If we had to, right? If we had to, but we weren't supposed to. They were supposed to bake. They were supposed to bake through. Good question. Soul, what's Soul say? Hytale the Minecraft. Well, you know what? This was supposed to be the Minecraft killer too. You know, I think a lot of it's going to be execution, playability. I think they need to have a real serious conversation. Okay, I'm gonna rant a little bit. So let me just thank everybody for being here. I've been ranting the whole stream. You're like, what do you mean now? Yeah, now, yeah. Not really ranting, but okay, so they need to figure something out where they can give us a downloadable file onto our devices for like PC users, PS users, Xbox users, console users. There's a file that you can download for Fortnite Battle Royale, which is all the cosmetics, and that helps your game run faster when you're playing BR, so that you can shoot the other people quicker, and the game doesn't have to process that information of the skin. It already has it. So they need to do something like that with Lego Fortnite Odyssey to optimize it and make it run better. And so I watched videos on how to make Fortnite run better, and all of those videos are not about like graphics and not about like how to have the best graphics. They're all like, turn all your graphics down to nothing, download this file, you know, turn this on, turn your rendering distance to here, you know, and basically it's optimizing your system to run quicker, so you have a quicker response to anyone that you're, you know, fighting against in the game to give you an advantage, right? There's hundreds of baked potato restaurants here in Istanbul. Dude, baked potatoes are sugar, of course. I'm sorry, I read Queen's Doris comment and responding to Austin at the same time. Okay, brains broke. Okay, so they need to do that. Like the rubber banding and stuff. Like, look, I love the update. Numbers are back down. Hopefully part 2 comes out when the pass ends in a couple months. I'm hoping. I really am hoping. There's some speculation about what the next update might be. You know, if there's a different update when the pass ends that is comparable or to the Ninjago update we just got, that'd be great, right? But it feels like it's like once a year we're getting this like really big update. So for them to release a part 2 or an update of the same size in the same year would not be normal, and I think would be I don't know. I mean, maybe I don't know how much work they've been doing behind the scenes, right? Maybe they've been working on this other project, and you know, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we just get a new build kit, right? And maybe that's it. I don't know. Nobody does. It's all speculation at this point. So there needs to be some file that we can download for people who are playing on console and on PC Unfortunately, I don't know if phone memories would have enough memory to store something like that, and I don't know if the Switch would. It would be nice if you could download that on a Switch 2, maybe, or a Switch. Especially those, because they probably need it more than any other system. But that's one of the things that kind of needs to be looked at for this game, right? Because that would also affect build limits and stuff like that. So, which I think is one of the other things that's kind of holding the game back. I feel like they really need to get it and fix some of these issues. It's just become such a pattern for them to put out hot fixes to fix some things, but then they break as much as they fix. So like chaos challenges haven't been fixed. The Earth absorb thing, the Earth, like I'm not even sure if that's been looked into. Now the Ice Storm relic doesn't work. And now the game's starting to rubber band when it was not rubber banding when it first came out. The game was running so smooth when it first came out. So something has changed. And I don't know, like, to me, the only thing that I have to tie that to is the update. Because before the update, I didn't have this issue, right? It wasn't rubber banding. And now it is. So I don't know. Like, I'm just not really sure. But Hytale just came out, and I'm looking at it. And I'd be interested in whether or not you guys are interested in watching Hytale. I've also thought about jumping into Minecraft and doing some Minecraft. And then also Arc Raiders is now has aggression-based match. And I'm just a very friendly person. And I could see maybe getting into some duos or something, but the people who are doing PvP and Arc Raiders, I mean, they're like ex Fortnite players. A lot of Fortnite, like Nick K30, not Nick K. Nick K30 just started playing Arc Raiders. A lot of people are playing Arc Raiders. People are saying Arc Raiders is like the next Fortnite, but I actually kind of disagree with that. But we'll see what happens. I just think it's just two totally different games. But there's a lot of hype around it. A lot of people are in there playing it. I'm still waiting for GTA 6. I'll be heavy into that game. Arc got an update that, yeah, they nerfed trigger grenades in the kettle. That's the other thing about Arc is there's so many cheaters and they're only getting 30-day bans. And I don't know why that is. Like, I understand, like if you accidentally go up a zip line into the ceiling and then immediately get out. But if you are going up into the ceiling every game and shooting people, I think you should get permabanned, right? Maybe a 30-day ban, and then after that, a year ban, or, you know, because what the ban does is it forces them to go spend money and buy the game again, right? There's all these cheats that you can buy online. It's so, like, I watch other streamers play the game, and I just, you know, I watch them. I think Tfue just got like a 30-day ban for using a console thing, and I don't even know what he was doing, but there's this thing where you could respawn by using a console command. So you could get, someone could come into your game, try to kill you, try to backpack you, you take them out, and then they could just respawn right back in with all their same loot, and then they come after you again. So there's just a lot of issues there. Yeah, they shut it down. I'm just saying it now. Epic was like, we gotta stop this man. We gotta stop him now. We've already been informed by the international. What's the international people who look for people? Like, where in the world's Carmen Sandiego? Intel. Yeah, we got a report from Intel that this guy is going on about stuff that we don't want to talk about. So they pulled the plugs on their server. Talk about hyping something up. I'm completely joking. There's anyway. So, a DDoS attack, but wiping all the Epic servers, so I couldn't find Thunderfang. join my crew. Join my crew on GTA Online. Haskins says we need to start a crew in the game. I think that was a thing in GTA Online. I haven't played in so long though. Oh, interesting. 502. What URL is not looking good. Hold on a second. Let me go back to this. So now I have this jukebox thing in my face. So anyways, yeah, GTA 6 would be fun. I think that's why a lot of people are leaving Fortnite right now. You know, I think it's a lot of hype, but I think there's I stopped playing Arc Raiders because I was just tired of getting shot in the back, literally doing tasks with people. You know, I'm being friendly, they're being sus friendly. They're being friendly, but then, you know, I go to put in the last power cube, and the next thing I know, almost like clockwork, I'm getting shot in the back of the head by a Stitcher, and then I drop to the ground. They put in the last thing, they loot the room and my body, and I was just like, you know, that's not, I want to go fight robots. And they've set it up where you can do that now, right? So I don't know, I might go in and play. I played last night, I hadn't played in a while, and I had like 3 or 4 really cool encounters, you know, meeting people in the game, having fun like that. At the same time, people are saying that's killing the game. You know, there's a lot of videos out there saying, oh no, you know, Arc Raiders is dead because, and I'm like, I watch plenty of people playing in squad and trios, and they're all PvP. It's still in the game. You just need to get a couple friends and go in there with a couple friends, and if you want to do PvP. So I don't know, what do you guys think? Would you guys be interested in some hightail? Would you guys be interested in some stuff like that? Let me know in the comments, let me know in the chat down below. I probably am going to check it out because I'm interested in it. There's also a quarantine game that just came out. My issue is though, is I have to be really careful what I spend money on game wise. I invest a lot of money into this game. Someone should go down and do a count of how much money a fully upgraded Lego Fortnite account is with all the kits. I would really be interested. I don't know if anybody could do that, but like, how many hundreds of dollars are we into right now on these accounts? Are we over 1,000 yet? I wouldn't be surprised if we're not over $1,000. A fully upgraded Lego Fortnite account, right? Like, how much guys sell this for? I'm not doing. Don't ban me. I'm not doing it. I'm not asking that to do it. Okay. Jiminy crickets. That, by the way, is against the term. Look, my mug's dancing. I got a dancing mug. Boop, 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 boop. I got a dancing mug. That's hilarious. That's the green screen. Oh my gosh. Drinking the dancing juice. All right, did I lose? Okay, here we go. Let me scroll down here. I'd love to play it if I had time, Scotsman. Yeah, right, Haskins, time. I understand. I just got back in recently. I'm trying to access your profile, but something fails on Epic's side. I'd be looking at Fortnite status. Hytale looks like Minecraft. It's definitely not dead. It's ranking higher numbers than what I. Yeah. No, I'm not saying. Yeah. No, I'm not saying it. No. It's definitely. I'm thinking probably 20 million copies. They're at 12 now. They'll probably end up selling 20 million. But a lot of people are saying the cheating. Like it's going to be interesting to see how they deal with these issues. They dealt with what I've seen so far with Arc Raiders is they are very slow with dealing with things, but when they do deal with it, they deal with it. So people were like glitching into key card rooms, and instead of like changing it, they added flames. So they let people glitch into the room and they burned them alive in the room. And I thought that was glorious. I thought it was incredibly awesome. So we'll see what. Bring in my green t-shirt, yeah, right? So we also have like the water park simulator, and that we could still play also. But you know, I want to play games that I'm super excited to play. I discontinued the subscription that I had to crowdsource, which allowed you guys to spend points to mess with me in the game, because it was like $8 a month. So I mean, if you guys want to do water park, I mean, I could download that for a month. The crowd control, and we could set that back up, and you guys could do the crowd control stuff. Yeah, and we actually also just farm materials. So I need to actually do the I need to build. I have something I want to build in game, which I was gonna do tomorrow. I wanted to work on doing some building tomorrow. I actually haven't built with the new pieces very much, and I'm kind of excited about doing that. So anyways, everybody, thank you so much for being here today. I'm gonna try to track down Thunderfang on my own and see what it is. If I do, I'll share the footage with you guys, and I'll probably put a short out on it also. So thank you guys so much for being here today. Thank you for listening to me. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, may the brick snap in your favor. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully we'll be building something tomorrow in Lego Fortnite if everything's running right. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe Hightail. I'm going to jump over there and take a look at that today too. So if you're on the red and white app, hit that like button. I will see you guys later. If you're on the purple app, hang around for a minute and